So, I know I have already done a vlog this week, but today I'm trying to get better at these because so many people reached out after I did my last one that it helped them. So, I just want to help make you feel okay when your kids aren't like knowing things that they should know at this age. And also realizing that this whole thing was kind of a trigger today. So today, my late husband, Brian, his mom and I, my mother-in-law, I still refer to her as my mother-in-law. His parents will always be my in-laws, no matter what. I love them to pieces. But today, so about I want to say a month ago, I had them take my kids' bikes to their house because I figured the boys would be more likely to learn to ride a bike with them because I just don't have the time, and there's only one of me most of the time, and the park's really far away, like to actually get the bikes to the park. And they have a park relatively close to their house. So I just was like, take the bikes to your house and you guys can teach them. So they actually hadn't gotten around to it yet. This last month has been crazy busy. So today, we had family visiting from South Dakota, and so the boys and I were over there at a decent time. And so Brian's mom was like, let's go to the park and work with the boys on the bikes. Honestly, I was so tired. I didn't really want to go. I was still kind of cranky when we were there, but I gave myself a fizz and a green tea from Starbucks. I love that combination. Seriously, if you haven't tried fizz, I will hook you up. You need fizz in your life. If you're a widow, single parent, just in general living, it's all natural. There's my Arbonne plug. Um, Plus, you're helping a sister out. Anywho, back to my story. So, right before Brian died, he and I were going to start working with the boys on learning how to ride a bike. Mind you, this was almost 2.5 years ago. So the boys were 8 and 5. I mean, technically, when Brian and I had this conversation, Landon was still 7 because Brian literally died the day after he turned 8. So the boys were still young, they were at the ages to learn how to ride a bike. But Brian died, and I mean, because I told him, I was like, we need to make it a point to teach the kids, because honestly, he was always working. I was usually home alone. But I told him, I was like, this has to be a priority. And so, right before he passed away, we had taken them out, I think, on some scooters. Yeah, I think we took them out on scooters to kind of help start teaching them balance and going fast and all that. And then that following weekend, we were going to work with them on their bikes. Obviously, he died on a Wednesday. Yeah, because it was payroll. He passed away on Wednesday, and we didn't actually get to the weekend to work with the kids on their bikes. Or no, that weekend was Landon's birthday party. So we were going to do, I don't know. I think it was going to be Sunday we were going to take him. But yeah, it was 2.5 years ago. Whatever. But teaching the boys how to ride a bike was always a trigger. And so today I felt very triggered. I kept it at bay, but it literally exhausted me. It's almost midnight right now. Oh, it's 11:20. But it literally sucked the life out of me thinking about it, knowing that we were going to be doing this. That's something that I was supposed to do with Brian, and that I felt like failure. I felt like I had failed my children because I couldn't teach them something that Landon should have probably learned a couple years ago. And Victor, I feel like, is at the right age, but I feel like I failed my oldest because I'm one parent and I just couldn't do it. And it breaks me. because one, their dad should be there to be cheering them on and doing all that. But two, it sucks. Like, I was like, all of his friends know how to ride bikes. He was starting to see all these kids riding bikes, and he's like, Mom, I don't know how to ride a bike. And I'm like, I know, but I'm gonna work on it. And thankfully, Brian's mom's a saint, and she's like, we're doing this. She always pushes me to get shit done, just like Brian always did. And by the end of today, Lane's riding a bike, like, so amazing. Like, he picked it up really quickly once he got the situation with the pedals. And Victor was even really starting to get the whole hang of the balance, and like Landon tore up his hands, so I had to like put stuff on it before he went to bed. But I feel accomplished now. I'm trying to not beat myself up too much mentally, because I know, like, realistically, there was nothing I could do. Like, honestly, the past is in the past. You can't live there. All you can do is live in the moment. Don't look too far forward, because then you give yourself freaking anxiety. I know that one very well. But I'm just so proud of him. I wish their dad was there to see it today. I mean, I felt him. But then I also felt anger. I felt anger towards him for being dead. Like, I'm like, this is bullshit. Like, you should be here with me teaching them to ride a bike. This was supposed to be your job. Like, as a widow, like, it's what you do. You just sometimes you get angry. And, like, then sometimes that makes me feel guilty too. But I'm human. I make a lot of mistakes. But I may make a lot of mistakes, but I'll still get back up and I'll rise, and I will figure it out, and I will do my apologies, and I will still teach my kid to ride a bike at the age of 10. Because I'm like, I think I knew how to ride a bike at like 7-ish, maybe between 6 and 7. I don't know. I remember falling into my gate a lot and getting all scraped up, but yeah, like, I don't know. It was heavy on my heart to share, and so many people reached out, and I was like, okay, I'm going to be vulnerable. I'm going to start putting myself back out there, because in my heart, I just want to help people. That is my favorite thing to do in life, is help others grow and learn, and just be somebody, a shoulder, someone to guide. Even if you haven't experienced loss or anything, just trying to deal with life. You're a human. Like, even if both of you guys are alive and your kids still don't know how to ride a bike, you're human, and I'm sure there's shit going on in your head that, like, depression sucks. Mental health stuff sucks. Like, my cousin has an amazing Aloha perspective that she does Monday through Friday on mental health. It's amazing. You guys, like, if you have mental health, like, issues, you should watch her. She's phenomenal. But yeah, like, just don't beat yourself up, and don't stop trying, and it's okay to get angry and sad and exhausted. And I have a tendency to just push myself even when I'm exhausted. Probably shouldn't always do that, but I do it anyways. Not sure I'll ever learn. Ask any of my friends. Yeah. Michelle and my cousin always, my bestie Michelle, she's like my sister, and then my cousin Shelly, they usually call me out on it. They're like, Marie, you're kind of overdoing it again. They get me. But yeah, I just wanted to share that, and I'm just really also stinking proud of my kids today and how well they did, and they picked it up. I had a feeling they would. And I'm just so thankful that my mother-in-law pushed me to also get my ass up and help teach them how to ride a bike. Especially because, like, the park was not that far, and really great idea to just let them learn in the grass, so when they fall, it doesn't hurt as bad. But yeah, it felt really good. I feel good now. still a little angry that he's not alive to deal with all this. But yeah, 2.5 years later, finally got it done. So yeah, hope you guys are all having a wonderful weekend. And yeah, I think I'm gonna make a little like TikTok and an Instagram reel to go with the pictures of the boys riding bikes. Like, I'm trying to do these whole reel things. They're kind of fun. That I'm getting the hang of it. So yeah, look forward to one of those probably not tonight. Who knows? I have bad insomnia. There's that too. I'm sure some of you guys can relate, but yeah, I'm just trying to be relatable and help. So if anybody does need to just like vent or talk or scream or whatever, if you're going through either the loss of a husband, a parent, like a wife, spouse, whatever, just, I'm here to listen. I just love to sit there and listen and help people through. So if you need a friend, I'm here. So I hope you all have a great night and weekend, and enjoy your Super Bowl parties tomorrow. I don't really watch football, but I always love going to my friend's house for their Super Bowl party because I just love them and I only really see them at parties. So I'm excited. So have a good night, everybody.